Kevin? Kevin, yeah, Martha's here. She wants to give you a kiss.
Shut up, Ma. I'm with my friends.
Hi, Mrs.
Hi,
Krupowitz.
Mrs. Krubopowitz.
What are you doing down there that's so important?
Well, you see, to put it simply, Ma, it's time for Talkin' Nerdy, the nerdy talk show where I ask my guests to talk nerdy to me.
Oh, my.
You are listening to Talking Nerdy, the nerdy talk show where I ask my lovely, lovely guests to talk nerdy to me. But, in a family-friendly way, because this is a family-friendly show. Ha-ha! Right? This is always family-friendly.
Yes.
Yes. See, you learned last time you said no, and I said no, and then you said yes. But anyway, you know what I called this episode today, you two?
What?
Yes.
I called it Still Alive in the Basement. Still alive. And now everybody in the audience who's heard that song has it stuck in their heads. You're welcome. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in so much. If you're listening on WLMC Landmark College Radio out of Putney, Vermont, thank you so much. If you're watching on the Frost Raven YouTube channel, again, thank you so much for listening in to us, talking nerdy in a basement. And if you're watching on BCTV, hello from the past. Nice to see you. It's pretty good over here. I don't know what it is like right now, but right now, it's pretty good.
What's it like to be in the future?
Yeah, what is it like to be in the future? You don't have to answer that. I mean, unless you want to. Anyway, I'm joined by Stephen B. Jones.
Hello.
And, of course, the lovely Stephanie.
Hi.
And you know what? Before we get going here, Stephanie made some really cool art. Stephanie, would you like to go show the nice folks at home exactly the art you've been making for us? Because it's really, really cool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Stephanie's going to get up and show the camera, but to describe it to you guys, my pixel art, yeah, there you go. You got to stand back. There you go. Perfect. Anyway, my pixel art, which many of you will have seen already if you are fans of the channel and watch quite regularly. You can even see it on the stream right now on the Frost Raven YouTube channel. That little head right there. Yeah, it's that's me. But Stephanie has gone ahead and made some really awesome artwork based off of that for me, as well as some artwork for her and Steven. So keep an eye out on the Frost Raven Twitter at DJFrostWLMC. I'll be posting it there. And also keep your eyes on the channel because that artwork will make it there.
Yay.
Super exciting. So I called this reason Still Alive for a reason because I wanted to talk about games. Now, I don't want to talk about Portal, which is where the song comes from. But I did want to talk about games in general because I feel like that's one of the things that I neglected the past couple weeks here on Talking Nerdy. And
Well, except we did talk way too much about Pokemon Go.
yeah, Pokemon is awesome. Yeah, we are going to talk about Pokemon probably in a little bit because there's something important that we need to talk about related to Pokemon Go. But the first thing is first. I feel like the folks at home would like to get to know us a little better in our nerdy selves. So my question to you, Steven, to you, Stephanie, and to you, Frost, that's me, I'm Frost, is what is your favorite game genre? Like, if you were to sit down and play your favorite game, what genre would it fall into?
A genre we can't really discuss on this show because we're supposed to be family friendly.
I mean, are you talking about Grand Theft Auto?
Yes.
That's action-adventure.
Okay.
So your favorite genre is action-adventure.
Yes.
What draws you to it?
Trying to think of how to say this and still remain family friendly.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I like free world and getting to do what you want when you want and how you want. And I mean, there kind of are rules, but you don't really have to follow them, and you can just do what's on your mind. Yay, doing burnouts in people's lawns in the game.
That's just kind of the open world sandbox of Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption and things like that. Mm-hmm. Skyrim and Fallout fall into that sort of category too a little bit. I mean, there's a main story, of course. In Grand Theft Auto, there's a main story as well, as paper thin as it may be.
Hey, I like the main stories.
It's paper thin. Don't you even try to you can't even argue with that.
I still like the paper thin story.
Sure, but the main focus is not It's on the other aspects of Grand Theft Auto, which are not family friendly, which is why it's a popular thing. Anyway, Stephanie, what's your favorite genre of video game?
I just like my favorite game is a point and click game, but it has a very good story.
Right, you mentioned this, To the Moon, right?
Yes, and
Yeah.
you still need to play it.
I do need to play it. I know. I'm just really busy. I'm doing radio show / YouTube show / TV show /
But you need to
Yeah.
have time to be nerdy.
Hey, I will contend that in about 5 minutes. I'm gonna write this down right now. I have notes this time. Defend nerdiness. That's on the list. I'm gonna do that.
I mean,
But anyway,
if anyone has to defend their nerdiness, it's probably me.
maybe. Yeah, no. See, the T Bladesmith says I'm a full-time nerd. It's true. Thank you. I know you have my back, my friend. But anyway, my point is, I think the story genre is what you're looking for, like that sort of story, right?
Yeah.
Story-based. I mean, do you like RPGs?
Yeah.
So it's not so much about the genres as it is the story for you, is what I'm kind of gathering. Mm-hmm. See, for me, my favorite genre is the JRPG, or Japanese role-playing game. Yep, I defined it for you nice folks out there. But yeah, I love it because they tend to have really good stories, which is something that you can agree with, Stephanie. They tend to have some really good combat systems, which I'm sure is something that you would agree with, Stephen.
Yeah.
So, and they tend to be they're not, some of them are the same, they are somewhat similar, but some of them have unique combat systems which are just so cool. Like, take the Bravely series, Bravely Default, Bravely Second. They took turn-based combat system and turned it into something like, yeah, it's awesome, because they changed something where you could use points, basically. You can bet on the future and, take actions, or you can wait and build up your actions to use them all at once. It's the Brave/Default system, which, named after the title of the game. But I love little mechanics like that where they change just something that seems a little simple and makes the game so much better. It's awesome. I love it so much. Now, that being said, I also enjoy a variety of other games, like action-adventure, and on occasion I like puzzle games and strategy games. But the strategy games like Age of Empires, which I mentioned a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that is such a fun game.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, DJ Orange in the YouTube chat just reminded me of something that I was going to tell you, which has to go back to defending my nerdiness. First of all, my shirt right now is a Firefly reference. Okay? It says, it's a picture of a Stegosaurus and a T-Rex, and it says, and the Stegosaurus is saying, "Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal." And because it's one of the opening lines of the show. Awesome. Yes.
I've never seen the show, so I wouldn't know.
Steven!
I've
Hold
never
on.
seen it
Guys,
either.
defending my nerdiness is going to take 1 second. Steven. You are going to watch Firefly.
Okay.
That is all. Anyway, going back to defending my nerdiness. I shouldn't make this the arms up strength sign. That's I'm going to defend my nerdiness, pushing up my invisible glasses.
Defend your nerdiness.
Yes. This weekend was a long weekend for us here at Talking Nerdy, which means that we had nothing to do for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. And you know what I did? I read light novels. I played Octopath Traveler. I got down and nerdy, and which means that I was just relaxing and doing nerdy things. And I also caught up on all my Minecraft YouTube channel stuff.
Yay, Minecraft.
I was super nerdy this weekend.
Yay.
So, and yes, somebody mentioned Stella Glow. And yes, Stella Glow is a JRPG, which is like my favorite game on the planet. I love it so much. It is a little bit straightforward in the combat system, but the story is unparalleled. So that's why I didn't quite mention it in the first place, but I'm going to mention it now because it deserves mentioning. But yes, Octopath Traveler is another one of those games that has a little bit of a weird combat system that has, normal, but has a twist, and I love it. And yes, people are agreeing with me, Steven. You need to watch Firefly.
I'm sure that that's going to be fixed sooner than later.
Oh, yes. Yes. Now that's up to 2 or 3 people in the chat that have said you need to watch it. So, that's all I'm going to say about that.
So I'm being told it's on Netflix, so I have no excuse not to watch
Pretty
it.
much. Somebody binge watched Sabrina the Teenage Witch this weekend, which, that's cool. God, I haven't seen that show in a decade, maybe more.
Wait, what show?
Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Maybe it's before your time. What was it, like 90s, 2000s, that kind of era?
I never actually watched it, so.
Steven, you're letting me down. That's two, Steven.
I mean, at least I have an excuse.
Yeah, it's before your time.
I'm going to say that I lived in a very sheltered area and didn't see many things.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know what anime was till I got to Landmark.
Mm-hmm. Embermoto, if you're listening, this weekend, Steven's coming down to see you, and you're going to go see Yuri on Ice in theaters. You make him watch Firefly, and you show him Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Catch him up on all the nerdiness, okay? Do that for me? Thanks. Yeah. Anyway, so I've defended my nerdiness. I really did. I actually got through 7 light novels this weekend.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
As many trips as we make to Bull Moose because you have something to pick up.
Yeah, I buy it a lot.
I just bought Pokemon Ultra Moon.
Yeah, you just bought Ultra Moon.
Ultra Moon.
Which is exciting. Well, not that you didn't play any Sun and Moon games before, but it's exciting because Ultra Moon is the game that Stephanie and I have decided to do our challenge with. If you remember, what was it, 2-3 weeks ago?
I think it was on that special episode.
Oh, so it was 2 weeks ago. No, last week. 2 weeks ago?
The October 3rd.
Yes. On October 3rd. That's even better. Put it into perspective. That was last week. Oh, my God.
It's okay. We're not keeping calendar.
Yeah, we don't keep track of time here.
No.
What's time?
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. Well, I just felt
time is something that nerds usually don't have.
Yes.
Anyway, I was saying, Ultra Moon is the game that Stephanie and I have decided to go for our type challenge, which we mentioned on October 3rd, I believe, in which we're going to play through the game, starter accepted until we get a full team.
Yeah, because otherwise it's impossible.
Yep. Where we are going to play the game with one type and one type only.
Because
Stephanie,
we
we
wanted to pick hard things.
Yeah.
I guess.
Stephanie, remind the people at home what type you chose for the challenge.
I chose bug.
Bug.
And then he chose his type, and then I regretted my decision.
No. See, I one-upped her in challenge complexity because I'm an idiot, and I chose the ice type. Now, funny story about the ice type. You don't really get to the ice types until the 3rd or 4th island, and even then it's really tough to, get them because you have to go to sort of a near end game area for the pure ice types. So, yeah, I'm going to be a little bit,
having fun?
I'm going to be challenged, to say the least. I'm going to be relying a whole lot on my starter Pokemon because I'm not allowed to catch anything else.
Yeah, but I got to be careful because, the type matchups.
Bug and Ice have no inherent type differences.
No, but Ice is strong against Bug.
My wife agrees with you, Stephanie. She's rooting for you. Because she loves Surskit, who she calls Blueberry Spider.
I don't know if I will use Surskit because I don't know where to get it in the game, but I will use Araquanid.
Yep, I don't know. Actually, I don't know if Surskit's in Ultra Sun or Moon.
I mean, do you want to do it where
But
you can...
Surskit is really cute.
Well,
I love
Surskit-
its little blushing things.
My wife was so disappointed when her Surskit evolved into a Masquerain.
I'll ask.
I felt for her.
Wasn't there a rule that you could transfer one Pokemon in from another game?
Oh, yeah. And actually,
We
you
should
can
really
get a Surskit if you walk around Brooklet Hill at night.
Ah.
Which is, yeah.
Someone should really be writing the rules for this down.
I know the rules.
Yes, but they could accidentally change because memory is fallible.
We probably really should write the rules down.
We can write the rules when
Hey, you know
Alex
what?
gets
The rules
his
are recorded
DS.
for all people to hear. And then people are going to call us on it. So yes, one transfer of a Pokemon if you have it. I'm probably gonna choose an ice. Actually, it has to.
You
be at the
have
same
to
time.
choose
I have
an
to
ice
choose. I'm gonna choose. I don't know yet. We'll see. I'll see what I have.
I
in
think
any
I'm
of my
gonna
games.
choose what's the first?
Larvesta.
Yeah, that one. I'm gonna choose that one.
because that's a really good one against me. Really good one.
Quiver dance.
Yeah, Larvesta is a fire bug type, and ice types are weak to fire, so, there's that. So, yes, our challenge is going to start probably on Monday when we sit down and look at each other and say, Feito! And then we just go. And then that'll be it. And we'll keep you informed on how progress is going. Don't you worry. By next Thursday, I'm sure we'll have some progress to be shared.
Yay.
Hopefully.
Yes.
Now
hopefully.
I feel I need to challenge one of you to something, but I don't. Actually, wait. I am already challenging.
Challenge.
Why don't you just
challenge
join our
Alex to
game
drive
challenge,
stick shift.
Steven?
I could just challenge you to figure out how to drive a stick shift.
Yeah, no, that didn't work. Remember you tried that yesterday? Didn't work.
So-
Nope, we're not doing that anymore.
But it's fun to watch you struggle.
Yeah, I know.
It's fun and also motion sickness.
Yeah, motion sickness is one of those things. You mentioned Doctor Who before a little bit, Steven. The new season has started with the female Doctor, and apparently she's awesome.
Oh, darn it.
And the first episode was an hour and 10 minutes long. Woo! That's awesome.
Now, I just don't have any way to watch BBC.
I'm sure you could find it.
Yeah.
Ember Moto says we should duel in Yu-Gi-Oh!
I don't have my Yu-Gi-Oh deck. It's back in Hawaii. I have
don't-
to go find it.
I don't own any. Okay, that's not. I do own some Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I have the original Blue Eyes White Dragon and Dark Magician. They're in really rough shape, but I have them. I can't play with them. I don't have a deck. Like no solid
I
deck.
have a feeling Steven will not like my Melodious deck.
I will take your word for it because I don't know anything about.
Yeah, if I
Yu-Gi-Oh.
went against the first gen decks with my current deck, even with all the cards that went missing,
I'd be crushed, right?
I could do it with after half. I would be able to nap while doing it.
Probably. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh is one of those games that suffered from like horrendous power creep. Which power creep is where the game becomes so imbalanced with its earlier iterations.
Gosh, the
Oh,
last one that they did was horrible.
Oh, pendulums?
No, pendulums were okay. They're kind of hit or miss. But link summoning,
What is link
I
summoning?
don't even know what that is.
basically it ruins all the other forms of it makes every old card not usable, and like it just basically is them like trying to redo the game kind of, and you can't play against them with old stuff or
Or it's just unfair.
yeah.
Yeah, you see, I know one of my friends is a Yu-Gi-Oh player, and they were mentioning that the newest set, or at the time, was like a cryptozoology set, so like Bigfoot and mythical creatures like that. And I'm like, that sounds really cool. Still not buying it, but it sounds really cool. And it was kind of like a jokey but like cool but worked set, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
It has some mechanics I didn't understand. I mean, I understood them at the time, but I just don't remember them. That's how it is. But yeah, no, the card game I play is White Schwartz, and I know we've talked about this in the past, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. But just saying, November 4th, I'm going to be in Rochester, New York, playing my heart out, and hopefully having fun, because there's no way I'm winning the national tournament.
Next thing we know, you have to figure out a trip to Japan.
Well, it's a free trip to Japan. If you win the national tournament for White Schwartz in the United States, you get a free trip to Japan.
For just
will
one
not happen.
For just one person?
Yeah, one person. Well,
Womp womp.
one person plus the head judge of the United States who goes to coach you and translate for you, because I don't speak Japanese. I wish I did, but I don't. Yeah, somebody, Orange mentions that you need to be locked in a room and baptized with all things nerddom until you can speak A to Z, everything nerd.
Yeah.
You know, Orange, that's not a bad idea.
Look-
Who would like to see, by a show of hands,
Can you make
or hand emoticons in the chat, who would like to see us put Steven in a room, put some shows on shuffle, and make him watch at least one episode from like all the important nerd things?
You know he's going to zone out, right?
You know, that's not my problem. He'll at least be inundated with it.
I'm guessing my phone's being confiscated while this happens.
Oh, absolutely. We might even chain you to the chair.
That would probably be bordering on kidnapping.
No, it'll be nice. It'll be the fuzzy handcuffs, not the regular ones.
Why do you? Never mind.
He's already in the basement of nerdom. I like that one.
We kind of already are in the basement of nerddom.
Yes.
Oh, Embermoto agrees, Stephen. I wait to hear what happens this weekend. Anyway, we've been talking about stuff, and I meant to ask you, yep, one hand up. So, two more things I want to hit on Pokemon before we get totally distracted. First thing, Stephanie actually reminded me to do this, and it was something she said. I can't remember what she said, but it reminded me to do this, and I wrote it down. See, I'm a good noodle. I wrote notes.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah. What Pokemon type are you? I'm asking everybody who's listening. Those in the chat, those sitting in the room with me, those of you at home. I know you can't talk to me back, but, like, you know, think about it yourself. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious what type I am.
Normal.
Normal.
For me.
Oh. I love how you scream that out. I was like, I'm pretty sure I know what type I am. And you're like, normal? I'm like, no.
No, I would.
I feel like Alex got like a little offended when you said normal.
I was like, what? No. I'm an ice type.
Well, yeah.
Frost, ice type. I think it makes sense.
You could be a flying type.
I'm
because
amazed you
Raven.
haven't figured out how to put an AC in our dorm yet.
You know, I gave up on that when it was not worth the hassle. But I will. I'd love to. Yeah, no, I keep my, ACs in all the
I think
time.
I'd be like a water type.
You would be a water type?
I think so.
I think I'd probably be normal.
I see that for both of you. You're kind of go with the flow, Stephanie. Like, it's all good. And, yeah, Steven is not steeped in the ways of nerdiness yet,
Steel?
so he's a normal.
You wouldn't be Steel?
He likes cars a lot.
Yeah, but
That's true.
maybe
You could be Steel.
Is
I don't-
there a normal Steel type? I don't think there is.
There is, not to my knowledge.
Steven, you can
Wait,
be the first normal Steel type.
yeah,
You'd be extra weak to fighting though.
Yeah, doubly weak to fighting.
I mean,
What would it even be? Like a normal Steel type? What do you think?
Snorlax with body armor.
No, just Snorlax in a car.
Yeah.
Like in a monster truck.
Snorlax in a smart car.
No, in a monster truck.
I think a Snorlax would crush a smart car.
Yeah, so monster truck.
Yep, people in the chat are going, my wife said she'd be a fairy type. Embermoto said she'd be a fire type. DJ Orange is a grass ghost type.
No, he's an orange type.
He literally, you say that, but he said if there was such thing as an orange type, he would be that. But seeing as there isn't.
Yeah.
He can be that pumpkin one. Pumpkaboo.
And Gorgeous.
It's
but
not even orange though.
I think that's grass ghost. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yes. And it's, yeah. Why not? Actually, there's been quite a few grass ghosts in the past few generations. Phantump and Trevenant, Pumpkaboo,
Decidui.
Gorgeous, Decidueye. It's, actually, I really like that typing. It's really cool. It fits really well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think two of my favorite Pokemon are normal types.
Oh, yeah? Which
Actually,
ones?
and the other one becomes a different type when it evolves. Hoot Hoot, and it's Noctowl. I really like.
Normal flying, yep.
And the Pidgeotto, Pidgeot.
Yep, normal flying.
And then Eevee.
Eevee, yep. Eevee does become one of 8 different types.
Yes, I can't wait for the next gen of Pokemon Go to get more.
Right. That's the next thing. That was the other thing about Pokemon.
Which evolution would you be?
Leafeon.
Really?
I thought you would say Glaceon.
No, I like Leafeon a lot better. Okay, I'd be an ice type, but I love grass types too. So, like, grass ice is cool. I like Snover and Abomasnow, but they're not my favorites. So, you know. But yeah, let's see. Pokemon Go, actually Pokemon, not even Niantic. Pokemon, the Pokemon Company, announced a couple days ago that the Sinnoh Pokemon, or 4th generation, is coming to Pokemon Go soon.
Turtwig.
We don't know when, but soon.
Turtwig.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Oh, we never got an answer from me and Stephanie of what Eevee evolution we would probably.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I don't know why, but I would, if I had to pick one for myself, Shiny Umbreon is, I think, the.
Umbreon is really cool.
I
when
feel
it's
like
shiny.
I would be a Sylveon.
That's not a bad choice. Sylveon's really cool too.
Ribbons.
Sylveon, the little dragon killer.
Yes.
Do tell.
Fairy type is super effective against dragon types, and dragon type moves do no damage to fairy types. So, little dragon killers.
Just see a Klefki take down like a Salamence.
It's really fun. It's really, really funny.
That just sounds like ultimate David versus Goliath.
Uh-huh.
But that's.
Anyway, with the update, there's also going to be some rearranging of stats for some Pokemon. So, like, there's a headline that a friend of mine sent me that says, Pokemon Go nerf doesn't look good for old Blissey. And Blissey, as some of you may know, but others may not.
Blissey should be a fairy type.
Yeah, Chansey, they missed an opportunity there.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Blissey has always been a pain in the bum. Because if you threw a Blissey in a gym in Pokemon Go, it took forever to knock it out.
I have 2.
Yeah, I know you do. It's not hard to fight. It just takes a long time and eats up that gym timer.
Oh, and I also got a lucky slacking from Alex.
Yeah, you got a lucky slacking from me. Which is cool. I got a lucky Bagon from you. So, you know. Anyway.
Lucky Alakazam from you.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I mean, you gave it to me when it was
a slack off, yes.
Yeah.
But so, like, I like the fact that they're doing rearranging of stats, but I hope they make it. They're trying to make it so that every Pokemon is useful, which I commend. Like,
Wurmple.
What?
Wurmple.
I think they mean final evolutions, but yeah, I mean,
I just want a gym full of Wurmples.
I can't. Well, you can only have one of any type.
Oh, right.
You could have 5 filled. Wurmple, Silcoon, Cascoon, Beautifly, Dustox. You could have all of those in there. And then, like,
And then
a Caterpie, because why not?
Because Caterpie.
Pretty much. So, like, yeah, that would be pretty funny to see. But no, you'd have to get, like, people together and do that specifically. But yeah, no, so I like the idea of rearranging everything so that all Pokemon have a shot to be good and usable. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, for instance, Altaria, awesome Pokemon.
Yeah.
Its stats, I have a perfect stat one.
Yeah.
Its stats are kind of lacking for some reason, even though it's actually really good.
Yeah, it's on, like, the same level as, like, a Swellow.
Yeah, which is silly because, like, Vileplume has better stats than it. Which, you know, that's cool. I like Vileplume a lot. And Blossom.
My friend said that if I were a Pokemon, I would be Vileplume, and I don't know why.
That's kind of rude, though.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm gonna ask you something mainly based off of, I know this episode was supposed to be about games, and it's to do. What do you think? What Pokemon game do you think has sold the most copies worldwide?
I can
Platinum.
look that up. I think it's Platinum.
I think it's Platinum.
According to the site I'm looking at, Pokemon Gold and Silver, around 23 million copies.
Oh, let's see.
I never played that one. I played Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Yeah.
I think at the time it was released, October 2000, you were...
I was 1.
I
was 1 year
So it's going to
old.
be different no matter where you go.
Mhm.
But according to...
His Google search.
including to my Google search,
the Google.
we're looking at the main series, red, green, blue, yellow, selling 59.52 million copies, and that being the highest. They lumped them kind of all together. So I'm not sure how accurate that is.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's interesting to look at how
Pokemon, however, is the second highest grossing franchise for Nintendo.
It's the first Mario.
Yes, the first is Mario.
Well,
Is Pokemon a stressful game for you, or is it more like a chill game?
Yeah, it's definitely a chill game.
Yeah.
I would say, like, I don't get stressed playing Pokemon. There's nothing like, oh, I hope I win. Oh, gosh.
I get stressed when a shiny pops up in the wild.
Oh, yeah, that's the only stressful situation because, like, oh, my God, if I accidentally knock it out, what's going to happen? Oh, God. Oh, gosh.
Or
oh,
what
dear.
if you're in like the wetlands and it's one of those things where you have to like throw the food or the mud at it?
Oh, Safari Games.
Yeah. What if you found a shiny there?
My favorite version of the Pokemon games still
Yeah?
is Yellow.
Yellow was a really good game.
And like literally I guess age-wise I kind of stopped playing it after Yellow, so
That's silly, Steven. You should never stop playing Pokemon.
well, I mean, I play Yellow on an emulator occasionally.
Yeah, but I think you should actually join Stephanie and I in our challenge. type
Yeah.
challenge.
What type would you pick?
I am not sure what types there are in that generation because
They're the same,
They're
except
the
for
same
there's
except-
an added couple. So
There's
you
Fairy.
Yeah, you stopped in Generation 1. There's now Steel type, Dark type, and Fairy type. That's it.
Why does part of me think it's going to be impossible to do, but I would instinctively go Dragon?
Yeah, you would be... it's not impossible.
It's not impossible, but there's not really.
I'm just going to say this right now. I'm going to crush you if you choose Dragon. Dragons are weak to ice. You should choose one that's probably neutral to us.
Can I consult my person that would be able to give me advice?
Well, we're here to tell you.
Embermoto, I just
yes.
want her opinion.
Sure.
What type should I do, Embermoto, if you're still in the chat?
I believe they are, but you never know.
Yeah.
But, that being said, who agrees that Steven should join our type challenge for Ultra Moon? Raise their hands. Yep.
That's 3 hands.
Four hands. 4 hands are up in this.
Why not make it unanimous in the room?
Embermoto, that's not okay. She says fire type.
I was
fire type is weak against... fire type is strong, I should say, against both bug and ice types. So, let's say he has to choose something neutral. Actually, you know what? He can go with fire type. Let's let him.
Hey, it gives me an advantage with the starter.
Yeah, yep. Although Incineroar has its other issues. But yeah, no. Go ahead. Choose fire type.
I feel like Alex has a plan.
I do. I very much do.
Now I have to figure out where my DS is and if it still works.
I'm sure it does. Those are really hard to
Oh,
kill,
do you want to
actually.
do poison
I had-
type?
Oh, you could do poison type. That would also... That's an easy start. Because there's a bunch of poison types early on. But no,
Yeah.
you can do fire type if you want. What's your favorite type?
Normal.
Yeah,
Normal.
right? You can do normal. Believe it or not.
I mean, I could go with Embermoto's advice and have an advantage, but I have a funny feeling you've already thought of a way around the advantage.
I mean, here's just a little bit of knowledge. She's going to have water bug types. I'm going to have water ice types. So,
There goes
So
the fire.
you're pretty much gonna have to rely on speed.
yeah.
So I think the way I'm thinking is I will think about this over the weekend and then
Oh, no. You're going to decide now. On the air, live to all our fans, you are going to choose what type you're going to be. Because then
that's
it's
what-
set in stone. I'll write up some like rules and I'll post them in like a nice graphic on the Frost Riven Twitter channel at DJ Frost WLMC. You should totally remember that. Oh, do you remember last week when I was pointing at the camera and saying, wouldn't it be cool if I made those words appear? I couldn't find that section. When I was editing the video, I literally spent 3 hours going through it trying to find it. I could have just watched the whole thing in that amount of time, but I didn't. And I was just like, you know what? I can't find it, so I did forget. So sorry, I forgot. Me culpa. What?
normal.
Normal? Yeah, you could do that for sure.
I mean, I know that normals can learn a lot of different random moves.
Normals actually have some of the best type coverage.
But just be aware of special attack versus physical attack.
All right. As long as I can figure out how to catch a Pidgey, I'll be happy.
Oh, give me a moment. I'm going to look up to see where you can find Pidgeys.
Pidgeys, Noctowls. Well, okay, can I switch to flying?
Yes,
Yeah.
you can.
Although that leaves me in a pickle.
A little bit. But he's going to have a lot of flying types anyway.
I mean, normal flying.
I'll
to
just
be
throw out
more
my
specific.
Vigavolt.
Vikavolt, Dwebble, if you get a Crustle, Rock. Game locations.
I might also
You
have
can find Pidgeots, actually.
also.
I feel like I'm gonna get destroyed.
I don't know.
I
I
mean,
shouldn't have picked Bug. They have so many
No,
weaknesses.
Pidgey's actually really tough to find. I think that might be the one we let him transfer in.
all right, I'll have to get. I'm not sure which version of the game am I gonna have to go by because.
Ultra Moon.
All right, because the only one I have is Pokemon Dungeon and X and Y, I think.
Okay. X and Y is not bad. Yeah, we'll trade him a Pidgey from somewhere.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
I can see if I have one. I don't think I do, but I can
I
see.
know I do.
Well,
Somewhere. So yeah, we'll get him a Pidgey somehow. So you could do normal or flying type. Which is your final decision?
well, can are we allowed secondary types?
Yeah,
Yes. You
but
have all your Pokemon on your
A
team.
lot
have
of flying types have normal as their dual type.
Yeah, so you
you're
could
not
get a
going to
lot of-
have a lot of variety in there.
right.
So if I pick flying, that
Then
gives
you have more options.
for the second type.
Yes.
I mean, you could pick like Crobat, which is poison
Flying.
and
Yep.
then
there's a lot more options with flying type. Yes.
Flying.
flying.
All right. So,
Although it's probably going to end up with a lot of normal flying.
well, yes, that's fine. So, the decision is at this point, me, Frost. I will be doing the ice type. Stephanie, I just punched a microphone. I'm sorry. Stephanie will be doing the bug type.
Wait.
Oh?
I have a suggestion. You know how you said that these are like
Yeah.
related to the colors?
Yep.
What if you did like ice type would still work for you. But what if I did fire and Steven did like either bug or grass?
Why are you trying to push bug off on me now?
I said or grass because you're green.
That's
But-
true.
but-
I'd be at the biggest disadvantage then.
Oh. Well,
but
you
that's okay. I'll fight. I'll win.
I mean, you could pick water.
I could, but I'm not going to because I want to do ice type. No.
Well, my
we'll
phone
leave it
died.
as it is.
Yeah, let's not.
Ice type, bug type, flying type. We'll see you, and we'll let you know how it goes next week for the second time. Anyway,
If we remember.
we will remember.
Dang it, I'm at a disadvantage for both of you.
No, you're not. You don't have a disadvantage against me. You really don't.
Oh.
Ice types are normally affected by bug and do normal damage to bug.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought ice types were super effective against bug.
Not at all.
Oh.
Where did you buy the game that we have to go now buy?
Bull moose.
Bull moose.
Okay, we're going to have to make a trip to Bull Moose.
Yes, we will.
Again.
Yay.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyway. So yeah. Yes. Stephanie, should we let Embermoto help Steven craft his team?
Yes.
Yes. Embermoto? Yes.
I don't want
Yes,
to
you
do
may.
bug anymore.
Would you like to switch before we go any further?
Yes.
Okay, what type would you like to choose?
We're going to. Okay, this at the end of this one, write it down so it's in stone. Oh, you have a pen.
I have a pencil, at the very least. I don't have a place to write down, but we'll try.
Well, here's a pen. Pen makes it firm.
I'm going to rewrite this anyway.
True. Yeah, because I'm not sure. The only ones I'm 100% sure are normal are.
You're doing flying, Steven.
Oh, darn
I
it.
feel like fairy would be too hard.
Did you choose? You want normal or flying? Like, see, this is where the episode goes off the rails because we're doing planning.
Yeah, this should have been
Normal or flying? Stephanie,
Huh?
what type do you want?
I'm just going to go flying.
I'm torn
and
between
be-
water and fairy. Are there enough fairy types for me to make a team?
I mean, yes,
in this
there
game? Because I know
there
you
are.
can't. I know you can't get Florges.
No, but you can get Rabombi.
Rabombi kind of sucks though.
I'm sorry. There's Sylveon.
Yeah.
Sylveon you can get actually fairly early on in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Let me see. There's Comfey. You know, the lay Pokemon.
Blech.
It's not bad, actually.
That one's cringy to me.
Is it?
Very.
Mimikyu.
Oh, the
Morlul
sad
and
one.
Shiinotic. Cutie-Fly. Primarina is a fairy type, so you can get your starter right off the bat. Yeah, you can do fairy type if you'd like.
I will do fairy type then.
Fairy type it is. You have an advantage
Over who?
over me. Well, you don't have a type advantage, but your starter you can keep for the whole game.
Yay.
is there a flying starter in this game?
No.
Yes. Rowlet is grass flying,
But it changes
it
to
changes
ghost
grass
grass.
ghost.
So
What?
you can keep it as a Rowlet.
You could keep it as a Rowlet or
Oh, what is that one?
Dartrix.
What do you
Oh,
do
right.
if a Pokemon evolves and you don't mean it to?
Well, I
you
mean-
can't do anything about it.
You can just give it an Everstone.
Yeah. I would recommend that you just there's plenty of flying Pokemon in the game. So you'll be fine. You can get a Rufflet pretty early on, which is a really powerful flying type.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can get a
Can I get
Vullaby early on.
Can I get
You
a
can get a
Hoot?
Vullaby early on.
Yeah, you can get plenty of flying types early on. So you'll be
Yay.
set really quick.
Yay!
Yay.
So yes,
Oh, and can we make a rule no legendaries?
no, well, I never use legendaries. Okay.
Yeah,
But, like-
probably for me, you should make that rule because
Yeah, but like Articuno's kind of one of my powerhouses.
one legendary.
No legendaries. No legendaries is fine.
Okay.
So-
we could make it one legendary if you want.
That means you could have any access to any of the Tapus. Any of the Guardians, because they're all fairy. I believe.
Oh. I was thinking the deer thing.
Xerneas?
That's what I thought of.
That's not really encounterable in... Oh, no, in the Ultra Wormholes you can. But that's post-game. So
Oh, we're
let's
not
say
doing
no
it-
legendaries.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I'd have to transfer in legendaries.
Steven comes in with an Articuno Moltres Zapdos. Just
And I'm like, no, Steve. No. No legends. All have to have one type.
we can give them items though, right?
Oh,
To
of
hold?
course.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably have to give a Never Stone to one of them.
I
No.
mean, when you battle us, you can replace it.
Yeah.
And also, you don't have to use Rowlet.
Yeah, you don't have to use your... So, I'm going to have to use my starter for the beginning so that I can get Pokemon.
Because
Oh,
he
no,
wanted to be
wait.
difficult.
I'm going to... No.
What?
Starter, you have to trade it out. If you transfer one in, you have to trade, right?
So the starter.
Oh, no. You can catch one Pokemon that isn't your type, so you can trade it for the one you're transferring in.
Okay.
I think that's mainly so that you don't have to trade your starter away.
Yeah. Well, it matters more for you guys. Well, more for Stephanie, less so for Steven, and, like, not at all for me. So, yeah.
Just catch something that you can trade away.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, so okay. Final count here after all this administrative dealings. I'll be doing ice type still. Stephanie will be doing fairy type. Steven will be doing the flying type. Set in stone, you heard it here for the 5th time. We're good. Yay.
Yay.
This is riveting radio.
Let's talk about a different game.
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing it is.
I don't
Would you
know.
like to talk about Animal Crossing?
I don't-
I
I've-
like Animal Crossing.
I've never heard of this game, so someone's gonna have to explain it to me.
Have you played the original Animal Crossing?
No, but I heard that there's like this mole thing.
Mr. Rossetti.
Yes, and you have to like pay him money.
No, not money. He just like does awful things.
Oh, what is
If
he?
So you used to be able to like reset your game, and if you reset your game without saving, he would come and be all mad at you. So like, you know how you can go into the menu, and you know it lets you change the time in game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the way you had to do it before was go into your console menu on the GameCube and change the time on the console. So like, if you, it was a pain in the rump to go do that. So, yes, yeah. Animal Crossing, by the way, is a game where you are a villager. You're like the only human-looking one too,
Yeah.
which is weird. And you move to a town that is inhabited by anthropomorphic animals.
And they all think you're the mayor, even though you're not.
That's in the newest one.
Oh.
In the original one, you just move in and, you settle in. It's really kind of, if there was a slice of life genre of game, it's that. And so the way it kind of works is that you have to pay off your house because you buy
Constantly.
a house. You have to pay off your mortgage. You got to, furnish your house, decorate it. It's kind of just an easygoing, do-as-you-want game.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds a lot like adulting in some ways.
It is like adulting light.
But with no taxes.
No taxes and no interest on your house, thank gosh.
Interest.
Yeah, interest.
Adulting sounds hard.
Adulting is really hard. It really, really, really is. But anyway. So yeah, that's kind of it. That's like the game. You catch bugs, you catch fish.
And there's a bunch of different villagers.
Yeah, and you can do them favors for items and stuff.
Yeah, and there's certain villagers that are like more popular with the players. Like I think the most popular one is Marshall, the white squirrel.
Oh yeah, you were saying something that like people pay each other for these villagers, and I'm like,
Yeah.
how does that work?
Because when a villager leaves your town, you can tell them like to go to this other town
Yeah.
that you recommend, and they'll move in there.
Oh, that's really kind of cheaty. Like, is there like a website you go to that tells you the price of each villager?
Yes.
What? No.
Yeah.
That's so silly. And like, why do people want these villagers? Are they just because attitude?
No,
Or-
because each villager has like a set type. Like there's snooty villagers and cranky villagers
Sure.
and jock villagers. So it's probably not that, but I guess some of them are like cuter.
Okay. I mean, I know there's people who like sell Pokemon in Pokemon Go, which is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, like, I would never buy a villager.
no, I would never buy anything. But like the way that they do it in Pokemon Go to prevent the selling is that they make it ridiculously expensive Stardust wise to trade with somebody who you just met, so to speak, and just became friends with. So like Steven and I are still 20-something days away from becoming best friends, which gives you the cheapest, the most discounts on trading and all this stuff. And we
That's-
have been playing together in Pokemon Go for like a year.
Yeah.
Like-
No, since the summer when they released it.
All right, since it's come out. So like basically like 6-7 months now.
Yeah. Although both of us took hiatuses a couple of days.
But that's irrelevant. The point is like it's hard to get to that point.
Yeah. Also,
Yes.
as soon as we become best friends, I'm giving you that shiny Magikarp.
I know you are. I don't know why, because you just want to get rid of it that bad.
Horrible. It's like the lowest stats, and I'm hoping that trading it to you will give you a good stat Magikarp, so at least someone can have a shiny Gyarados.
I'm going to keep it as Magikarp because I'm going to name it King of the Koi, and it'll be great.
No.
By the way, shiny Magikarp, for those of you who don't know, is gold. Just solid gold.
But it still sucks.
Yeah.
Well, just imagine trying to go against the Elite Four with a group of only Magikarp.
Somebody's done it.
Somebody's done it.
Like they've done
Magikarp
it.
can learn. Can't Magikarp learn bounce?
It can learn bounce. So
And that's like the only thing.
that's like its own
Bounce, tackle, splash,
flail.
flail.
That's your moveset.
Yep. I always wanted to evolve a Gyarados in yellow. I just never got around to it.
I never played yellow.
Yellow is something you should play. Like, if you can buy it on the Virtual Console on your 3DS, I recommend it.
Or you can
Apparently,
just play it for free on.
yeah. So when you trade me that shiny Magikarp, its name is going to be Globos.
What if you?
Glabos.
Oh, I was
Globos.
hoping for Golden Wigglewoof when you evolved it.
Oh, what did you name your
It's not golden when it evolves. It turns red.
What did
or
you name
Red
your
Wigglewoof then.
Huh?
What did you name your Zatu?
My Xatu, the shiny one?
Yeah.
I actually haven't named it yet.
Sweet pea.
Well, I think that's Andy's job.
Yeah, that is my wife's job. is
You
to-
shouldn't have evolved it.
It's I didn't. Oh, the Xatu?
Yeah.
Why not?
Because
No.
then it.
Globos. It's named Globos. Sorry.
Gosh, now I wish I had someone to name my Pokemon in Pokemon Go. Be entertaining.
Z Splash. There's apparently a Z move for Splash called Z Splash, and it's apparently super powerful.
Oh yeah, because if you have a Gyarados that knows Splash, doesn't it like raise one of your stats by 3? I forget which one.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yay, internets.
Splash. Let me. I'm trying to find it. Da-da-doo. I can't find it. No.
No.
Okay. No, I still can't find it.
Are you on Bulbapedia?
Yeah, I'm on Bulbapedia.
Can I
I'll
go-
find it eventually.
I want to look.
Then by all means, please do. But yeah, no. If it does something amazing, that'd be awesome.
Yep.
Oh yeah, no. There's the Breakneck Blitz. There's all that. I'm looking for Splash. I know there's a way to okay, yeah, Splash. Z Splash raises your attack by 3 stages when you use Z Splash. That's funny. That's super duper funny.
I mean, it not for nothing that Pokemon, like the Pokedex, reading some of them is very funny.
Yeah, no, the Pokedex is a little bit twisted
Yeah.
and a little bit funny. Like Wailord, for instance, is actually lighter than air.
I think we
less
talked-
dense than air. Yeah, but I love to mention it every time.
Yes, you do. You mention it all the time.
Yeah.
Guess what Steven's doing?
What's he doing?
I was going to look up a type of see if a Pokemon was a flying type or not.
Which one?
Gyarados.
Gyarados is a flying type. But you would never be able to Mega Evolve it because then it would lose its flying type.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's gonna have Gyarados on us.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I have little to no way to deal with that.
I
Oh,
just
dear.
realized that was a thing.
Unless I can
Isn't there that ice type move that does super
Oh,
effective
yeah.
damage to water types?
Dry freeze.
Yeah.
Freeze dry. Oh yes. Oh, Gyarados would be done. Yes, I freeze dry. That is correct. I have something to do with I was just thinking about that move the other day anyway.
I'm just
Freeze
looking at-
dry.
Just looking at the Pokedex, and
My phone died, so I can't do
Oh
that.
no.
so is Dragon flying off the table?
No.
No.
You as long as the Pokemon has the flying type, you can be any secondary type.
Okay.
Yep.
This just got a lot more fun for me.
I'm sure it did, and I'm sure it got. You know what? I have to use a Delibird. I'm not going to use a Delibird, but it's one of the early ones I can get. Let's see.
Hey, I consider what I'm doing research, so I don't completely come
Yeah.
at you guys with like horrible, horrible things.
cord reach?
The cord will reach, I say.
Yes, yes. Us modern people are so obsessed with what we can do with our cell phones that we sometimes forget. Like you can't.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
There was a time before cell phones?
Yeah, there was.
Yes. I have memories when phones were flippy thingies.
Yeah, flip phones. That was the thing.
Back when the world was in black and white.
Yes, back when the world was in black and white. Anyway, let's keep the conversation rolling. It's kind of, settled down, and we need to kick things up a notch.
All right. Do you want me to look up that thing I had earlier that had like?
Nope,
oh,
spicy food. Let's talk about spicy food.
Why?
Because kick things up a notch reminded me of Emerald Lagasse. And Emerald Lagasse, bam!
I'm not
I'm-
good with spicy food.
I know, neither of you are, but I like it.
I mean,
I like it.
what? Are you gonna make that curry again?
I will make that curry again. I made Japanese curry like a couple weeks ago. It was delicious. It was so good. But they only had the hot variety, and I didn't think it was that high. Like, hot. But Stephen disagreed with me greatly.
Mainly my stomach disagreed with you.
Yes. But yes, anyway. So, I'm definitely probably going to make that Japanese curry again.
That sounds
What's up, Veek, my man? How's it going? Veek is
All right, what's up, everyone? DJ V.
Because if you could only have one type of Pokemon in your team, like all 6 of them have to have
Yeah.
that one type, what type would you pick?
Yeah. What type would you pick, Veek?
That's rough.
I know. Well, we're doing a challenge, actually, Veek, now that you brought it. And we're bringing this up for like the 100th time already this episode.
I might go with fire.
See, he goes fire. I'm doing ice. She's doing fairy. He's doing flying.
It's perfect.
It's, yeah. That is really good. But yeah, no, we're doing a challenge. Like, we're actually going to do this in Pokemon Ultra Moon. We're all going to pick it up. And we're all going to have, all our team has to have that one type that we've chosen. You can have secondary types, but all of them have to share that one type.
That sounds awesome.
No legendaries, and you can transfer one Pokemon in because, for me, ice type, there are no early ice types. You gotta work for them. So,
Because he had to pick the hard one.
because I wanted hard mode, and I like ice types.
That works.
Yeah. So that's why. That's why. What was that? But yeah, anyway. That's what we're doing. But yeah, we were also just talking about spicy curry, because curry is pretty sweet. I love curry. But also spicy food in general. And I brought it up because I said, let's kick it up a notch. And then I remembered Emerald Lagasse. You remember Emerald Lagasse?
Bam.
Yeah.
Bam!
Bam!
I would love to see you try to cook like that in our kitchen and how quickly it would set off the fire alarm.
Fire alarm.
Bam!
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so anyway. Moving on. Somebody in the chat, DJ Orange. You remember DJ Orange, don't you, Veek?
I do indeed.
DJ Orange is kind enough to mention something that's hot and spicy right now in the gaming world. Back to the, gaming episode title that, we started.
Speaking of which, did y'all ever get around to making your gaming-based food?
Oh, no, we didn't do that yet. See you guys. See you, Veek.
We have all these great ideas, but do we ever follow through?
No, of course not. Anyway, my point is, he mentioned the game Fallout 76. Fallout 76 is like Bethesda's newest Fallout game, but it's had mixed reviews at best. It's getting a lot of backlash because apparently you can only have 24 people on at once. Like, I don't think only 24 people can play at the same time. I think like each server can hold up to 24 people, which is weird. But like, okay, and it's apparently super laggy, and the game just isn't living up to what it was promised and what people expect out of a Fallout game. Excuse me. Ugh. Now, Orange, correct me if I'm wrong. That's kind of the big controversies over it. And I know that I've heard some other things about Fallout 76, and like it has no desire for me. I don't have any desire for it. Not gonna do it. I'm not really into the Fallout games anyway. Like, I like them, and I will play them perhaps at some point when they become cheap and affordable. But as of yet, I don't really play them all that much. And I watch a modder called MXR, who is absolutely not family friendly, but a really good source for mods for Skyrim and Fallout. So like, I like watching him for that kind of stuff. And he had some strong opinions on Fallout 76 too, and I'm a little bit swayed by it because I trust his opinion. But at the same time, it's like, I don't really want to make my own opinion because I don't want to buy the game.
I mean, why did I just remember a game I saw? The thing I've been doing lately is I'll watch a Let's Play of a game, think it's really cool, and then just never be able to bring myself to buy it.
I feel that. The only Let's Plays of games that I watch is Minecraft because there's no spoilers. You can't spoil Minecraft. It's, not a plot-driven game.
We should do a Minecraft Let's Play.
I've considered that before. It's
count me out.
Yeah, you get motion sick from Minecraft.
Yeah, the one I've been wanting to do is, after watching a Let's Play, is called Spin Tire. Basically, it's a game for off-roading where, like, you drive vehicles on off-road, which means the most annoying part of off-roading doesn't happen for me, which means I don't have to clean cleaning mud off the vehicle.
Oh. I thought you were going to say falling off the bike or ATV or vehicle.
Hey, I fixed my electric bike so I won't crash it.
That's good.
I saw
it has brakes now.
this is kind of random, but I saw a clip of this guy driving half a car,
It's possible if you
like the front half of the car.
yeah, it's possible.
Yeah. There was a YouTuber out of Canada that's no longer doesn't do videos anymore, that had like so many weird cars. Like he had a half car that one of his videos he flipped it over because there was too much weight in the front, and he was doing backing, and the car just went vook.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, the new Spider-Man game is really good.
Spider-Man.
I don't really play the superhero games, believe it or not. It's not like I like comics, which is something we haven't talked about in a very long time on the show. Actually, is comic books. I like them, but I don't go out of my way to buy them either.
I don't really like violent games. Like, I like watching people play violent games.
But you don't want to play them yourself.
Yeah.
That is understandable.
Not like really violent, like more like scary. I like watching.
Like Amnesia, and
Outlast,
things like that.
Until Dawn,
Yeah.
like that. But yeah,
I mean, most of my experience being stuff with comic books is when they're made into movies or for Marvel or
Right. That's
good
usually
TV
when
series for DC.
That's when I catch up with them. But like,
Marvel or DC.
I prefer Marvel
Same.
over DC,
It depends.
but I don't dislike DC either.
Yeah.
I'll say this: Marvel for movies, DC for TV.
Yeah.
Someone once told
Arrow-
me. Someone once told me that their favorite Marvel character was Batman.
You know, there are no words to say to that. For the record, folks at home, Batman is not a Marvel character. Not at all. He
Although-
is in the DC comic universe.
There's, one thing I really like when you occasionally see crossovers.
Yeah, what about crossovers?
Oh, I just remembered a crossover that unfortunately didn't happen because things got in the way, but there was supposed to be a Doctor Who Harry Potter crossover that
Wait,
fell
what?
through.
Interesting.
This is something I think it was Ember Moto told me about,
Huh.
that I remember hearing something about it, like when they were still making the Harry Potter movies, but it fell through due to scheduling.
I mean, that makes sense. I guess. I mean, I see how they could go together, but not well. They'd have to work really hard to make it work well.
I mean,
I kind of would like to see Full Metal Alchemist crossed with Avatar.
which
That
Avatar?
would be kind of fun.
Which Avatar?
Not the
The
blue
good
people.
one. The good one.
Yeah, the good one. Let's see.
What element would you bend if you were a bender?
Ooh, I would totally.
I think
be-
I would bend water.
Earth.
It's a tough choice. I want to say air because I'm lazy, but I also think that like water and ice,
Mm-hmm.
and it would be or earth. I definitely wouldn't be a firebender. I'm too sensitive to heat. I really don't like being warm. So.
Yeah, I would probably be Earth. Look at me. Well, you can't really, but size-wise, I would be Earth.
They can see.
Oh, yeah, look at me. I'd be an Earthbender.
Well, somebody told me that
Yeah.
it would depend on the shape of your hand or something.
I think it matters what tribe you're born into.
Yeah.
Mostly.
A lot less than the core.
Or do you think different races would bend different things?
I mean,
What do you mean?
Because you know how the water tribe...
I think that's just because that's where they chose to live.
Oh,
The
okay.
ethnicities played into it in that way. Because Aang, he's the Avatar and everything, but like he's able to bend all the stuff. You know, and there are like the swamp people also bent water.
Mm-hmm.
And then, there was the sand benders.
Sand bending sounds cool.
It does.
You
sound
could just
pretty
get sand off of you. That would be nice.
that would be the one advantage.
That's ideal.
cool. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Sand is horrible.
Sand is
Sand
horrible.
is a pain in the bum. Literally.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Two
but
people
yeah.
at this table have lived on or worked on islands. Where
Somebody said bloodbender.
Yeah, that
no.
seems painful.
It's painful for the other person.
Yeah.
Katara can do it. Metal bending, Toph can do that.
Do you think you would be a metal bender, Steven?
Yeah, Steve would be a metal bender to fix cars.
Yeah. I
Wait.
feel like I would be a healer, but I wouldn't be a bloodbender.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Bloodbenders aren't healers at all.
Yeah.
They're, yeah. No, you definitely have the healing powers of water.
What would you have? The ice?
Ice, yeah. But, like, I'd want to bend, like, you could flow water and then freeze it or then, you know, unfreeze it, that kind of thing. Or just straight up shoot ice.
Or when it rains, you could just keep the rain off of you.
Yep. Or, you know, straight up shoot ice crystals.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be really cool. Yeah. You know, I often said, this reminds me of Fairy Tale, because, you know, you can have wizard powers, that if I was in the Fairy Tale universe, I'd be the Ice Dragon Slayer.
So wait, what does air have?
Air?
Yeah, you know how, like, water bending has, like, ice bending and fire?
They never said. It never really came up.
What would air have?
That's tough. Tough to say. I don't know. You'd have to think what's made of it. Air is just so easy to bend, you know.
Because it's everywhere.
Yeah, I think waterbending and earthbending got special others because they're not as, you know, if you're in the middle of the desert, there's no water to bend. If you're in the middle of the ocean, there's no earth to
I
bend.
mean, you sweat in the desert, and that's water.
That is true. Firebenders can also sometimes bend lightning.
Lightning is their
firebenders
special
make
move.
fire.
Which I think, actually, lightning should be air. Believe
Yeah.
it or not, lightning is always been associated with air, except for in Avatar,
Yeah.
which is, I don't, you know, whatever.
So what would fire have?
Fire has, instead,
Yeah.
I don't know. Again, it's one of those, how do you know, quantify?
Mm-hmm.
You know, fire is kind of its own destructive force, which is why I understand they gave it lightning. You know?
Yeah.
Somebody mentioned soul bending. That could be the air special thing.
Soul bending?
Soul bending.
What's that?
Yep.
Is that the thing that Aang did to get rid of the guy's bending skill? Because isn't that a form of water bending? I think they said that in the Legend of Korra.
I don't know. I don't watch Korra. I don't know.
I like Korra, though.
Korra is just an inferior show with an inferior
I
story.
watched
I-
the first season and then I didn't finish.
I got to season 3, but then they want you to pay for season 4, and I just couldn't bring myself to pay for it.
No, it's not. Anyway. Yeah, and speaking of Fairy Tale, the new season is out. Or, I should say, the final season. And I love it because, of course, I do.
Do you watch it here, or do you wait till you're at home with your wife?
No,
to
no,
watch
I watch it as it releases because we have Crunchyroll. Because, you know, why wouldn't I take advantage of the simulcasting of it? Actually, I watched a lot of anime this weekend, too. More defending of my nerd cred.
Because Steven and I weren't here.
Yeah, I know.
And then we came back and annoyed him.
Yeah, that happened.
it? Yes, with Chinese food.
Yeah. Jerks. Anyway, no. I watched... Actually, this weekend, I chose to watch a couple different anime, but the one that sticks out to me is I watched something called Yuna and the Haunted Hot Springs. And there's a reason for this. Yeah, it's a bit ecchi. It's a bit mature. You know, it's very fan servicey, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason I watched it is because it's getting a Weiss Schwartz set. And I wanted to see if I liked the anime so that I'd decide whether I wanted to buy the Weiss Schwartz set. Well, I really do like the anime. It was actually really, really cute. And the main character, the main male, was actually not useless. It's amazing. So, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, there's that. The other one that I watched the first episode of Fairy Tale this weekend. I also watched the first episode of Goblin Slayer. And Goblin Slayer, I've read the book, so I know what to expect, but it's one of those that if you don't know what you're getting into, it can shock you. It's very brutal.
Oh,
It is very, very intense.
Oh, speaking of anime, I think I was talking to you about something I'm actually doing research for to talk about next show.
Yeah, Steven is going to research the history of anime, and he's going to share it with us.
Yes, I feel the need to try to prove I can be a nerd at this point.
Yes, and I think this weekend you're going to get indoctrinated, so we're okay.
Well, more indoctrinated.
You're going to get heavily indoctrinated this weekend. Promoto has been saying some very important things. Yeah, leading to what I believe is going to be a make or break moment for you and your nerddom.
What is das?
It means either you're going to break down and never be able to do it again, or you're going to be fully absorbed into the nerddom. I hope for the absorption.
Question, do I have to give up cars?
No,
No.
I wouldn't say so.
Okay, then we should be fine.
But you should give them up anyway because you don't have the money for it. And you can't argue that point.
I have the money for the car I have.
That's all you need.
And I'm currently building an electric bike.
Yep.
So I use the car less.
So, what did you guys do? Anything nerdy this weekend?
Birthday cake. Went to
Birthday
see.
cake isn't. Well, I mean, birthday cakes can be nerdy. I've seen some really nerdy cakes, and they're really cool.
We played Pokemon Go, and Steven went off the trail in
That's
search
cool.
of Pokemon. I
There
think I
is
sent you a
nothing wrong with
picture of that.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I didn't tell you that, Steven.
I was like, oh, what'd you catch? And Stephanie was like, I didn't go off the trail. I'm not crazy.
No. Well, I won at that last Pokestop at the Pagoda in Reading, Pennsylvania.
That's true.
Oh, yeah, we put our Pokemon in, and they immediately got kicked out.
Is it a restaurant?
I don't know what it is. Steven
it's-
said it's like a bar.
It's a weird building that was built, I believe, in the 30s as a bar, and then after Prohibition ended, it wasn't a bar, and
Okay.
and Reading Pagoda. It's at the top of Duryea Road. Duryea being the name of the first car manufacturer in the States, and the Duryea Hill Climb is a race that still goes on there to this day, where people try to drive up that hill as fast as possible.
It's a cafe now.
Yes.
It is a circa 1908 7-story Japanese-style pagoda with sweeping views of the city from the top, plus a cafe.
Yeah. And you can climb to the top for 50 cents.
We didn't
And
do
it's-
that.
Yeah, you didn't want to.
Did you want to?
I've done it before. It's actually a very nice view, if you don't mind about 130 steps.
What's funny is it's got an American-style smokestack in it.
Oh, yes, this place is interesting.
I thought it was going to have one of those things. I forget what they're called, but it's to cleanse you. You wash your hands with it, and then you rinse out your mouth.
A palate refresher. Palate cleanser.
No. It's, you know how at the beach they have those showers?
Yeah.
It's like that, but for your spirit.
Yeah. Well,
I call them palate cleansers, but like refreshers.
as I saw every time I look at the pagoda, especially since trying dim sum, I always think that would be a perfect location for a dim sum restaurant.
It has a cafe. It doesn't have any dim sum in there. Wait, dim sum is Chinese. This is a Japanese-style pagoda. Steven. Once again, Steven has mixed up Chinese and Japanese.
I do that all the time.
Yes, you do.
Steven, do you remember which one I am?
I think, what island is it? And I know it's a Japanese island, but it wasn't taken over by the Japanese. What's the island again?
Okinawa.
Okinawa, yeah.
Yeah, which
Yay!
Which is in Japan. It
Yes.
wasn't taken over by the Chinese. It was taken over by the Americans.
is
Because, of course, we did.
oh yeah, was that
It's
one?
the Japanese have it back now. Because
That was
Yeah.
that one Admiral Perry?
it was during World War II after the bombs dropped. It was
Yeah.
part of the peace agreement. There's still an American military base there and everything. It's like apparently the most desirable place to go. Like if you join the Air Force, you want to go to Okinawa. That's
Yeah.
that's like the major choice.
I've never been there. Seems hot.
I think it's actually really nice climate.
I mean
Well, I mean, people think Hawaii has a really nice climate, but it's gotten a lot warmer there.
Yeah.
What is
Whoa.
going on with
we
the
are
lights?
having light issues.
I bet you it's because they're doing something upstairs.
Let's
Let's hope the stream is still okay.
It's a ghost.
I know the camera's still rolling because
Ghost.
that's not attached to it. No, it's power surge.
What would you do if you were looking back in the footage and you saw like a ghost,
I'd be
like
like,
standing behind you?
I'd be like, okay, who did this? That's silly.
Why would my first instinct think Orange, even though he's still alive, was haunting the place?
He's casting his soul out to watch over us, is what it is.
Yeah. I'm waiting for his comment in the chat.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. But anyway, everything seems to be okay. We're connected to the internet. I don't think we lost the stream. Everything's fine, but that's weird.
My phone is still charging.
Yeah, no, we never lost power or anything.
It's at 12% now.
That's good. But yes. So, I'm going to open it up. I've gone through all my notes, actually. I literally went through all my notes.
This part of the radio show is sponsored by Attention Deficit Disorder.
Squirrel?
Where? Hey, wait, Lizard. Lizard is the appropriate one.
I
Lizard.
have the hyperactive one.
Yeah, I've got the inattentive one.
I have the I don't ever do anything until I absolutely have to one.
Procrastination.
Yes.
Actually, that's aspects of both. But anyway, is there anything nerdy you would like to bring to the table today, Stephen or Stephanie?
I'm tired.
Let's see. What topics don't we talk about much?
Not food, not Pokemon, not anime.
Star Wars is one we don't talk about.
I've never
much.
seen Star Wars.
Oh!
That's one I've even seen.
You didn't see it up until recently, so you don't have that right. You do not have the right, Stephen. Stephanie, we will show you Star Wars and then we'll talk about it and let's see what you think. You don't want to?
I mean, we could also have her watch Next Generation Star Trek. All right, that's. I don't want to know how annoying that sound would be on the radio.
About as annoying as it is in
real life.
Yeah, but radio, sometimes you have headphones in when you listen to
That's
it.
true. Ambermoto mentions that we haven't talked about Marvel or DC in a while, and that's true. But we talked a little bit about it. I mean, do you guys read comics?
No, but I like Spider-Man.
Dyslexia.
Right, you don't read anything. You listen most of the time.
Yes, which I think I'll ask you this question because you might know it and Embermoto might know it. Is it possible to get audio versions of manga?
No.
Because the pictures are kind of important.
Yeah, I mean, the pictures are actually worth 1,000 words.
Yep. Sad thing is,
I don't even think there's audio versions of light novels, to be honest with you.
Oh.
There might be, but...
I have a good question.
Yeah.
What superpower would you have?
Telekinetic powers.
Okay.
Because then I could float around and do stuff. And be lazy on the couch.
You can adjust the camera without touching it.
I can adjust the camera without touching it even. Gosh, I hope it doesn't fall over because that would be really, really bad.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. Let's open it up to the chat though.
I mean,
while we're waffling away talking about absolutely nothing of importance, why don't you guys throw some suggestions into the chat about what we should talk about?
There's about I know from listening to the live stream earlier on these headphones, there's about a 90-second delay.
I know. I know there is, but that's normal for YouTube. It's YouTube's problem. But anyway, if you folks at home have any suggestions for what we should talk about, tweet at me at DJ Frost WLMC on Twitter, or you can search for DJ Frost WLMC on Facebook. Send me a message there. Let me know what you want me to talk about with those guys over there. Wave to the folks.
Hi.
Yeah, we're going to talk about stuff. So yeah, if you have any suggestions, tweet at me, talk to me on Facebook, that kind of thing. Because we're open to all suggestions, and it would give us some cool stuff and some interaction from the folks at home, who are watching on BCTV.
Yep. I mean, my first instinct is, what items do you... Okay, we can, until something else comes up. What do you... You were talking the other day about the difference between sports and nerddom.
Oh, yes, different fandoms. We've often said that fandoms are toxic. Well, sports fans, unfortunately, and this is backed by science, are the worst fandom. And by that, I mean, they are the most influenced by what happens in their fandom. So, like, a good example is the recent playoff games between the Red Sox and the Yankees. And yes, I know about these things. I'm not stupid. I did grow up in a sports household, believe it or not. I just wish I hadn't.
They're talking about sports, so I'm going to sit in the comfy chair.
Yeah. Yeah. Stephanie's going to take a quick break. But for instance, that brought on a lot of emotions. So the Red Sox fans had a really high, of course, because, you know, their team just beat their arch rival. The Yankees had a really low because they just got defeated by their arch rival. And it has been proven that they go into deeper depressions and higher highs, you know, based on how well their sports team performs.
Yep.
And they are far more invested and fanatical about things than nerds generally are, which is amazing.
Yeah, I've had to, like, with the Yankees losing, I wound up having to
take care of somebody who was distraught, did you
yes.
not? Yeah. See, this is why I don't like sports. Because people get violent over it. We nerds don't get violent over much, if anything.
I mean, what's the joke about hockey?
Oh, you went to a fight and a hockey game broke out.
Yes. It's the same for racing in Australia. You went to a
fight and a car race broke out?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's see. Orange in the chat has mentioned the streaming shows, like Netflix is doing The Witcher, Amazon's doing a Lord of the Rings series, things of that nature. What do you guys think about that?
I know
Stephanie over there. She's like, now it's nerdy stuff. I gotta get up and talk about it.
I mean, I like doing this show, but honestly, these stools.
You know, I have no control over what chairs are put in here.
I'm just tired.
I understand.
I will ask.
Yeah.
With Embermoto, I think I talked about this once. Something I really want to do is like a long road trip, long enough to go through the whole Harry Potter book series, the full trip. That, like, you know,
there and back.
Yeah, like
I don't know how many cross-country trips that would take.
Well, we can look up how many hours the books are.
You can do that at your leisure, if you would like to.
But the question I have is, can you think of something like a book that if you had it in an audio form, you would be like a series? Oh, this would be worth doing a cross-country trip to listen to.
No, because I do not listen to books while I drive, and I will tell you why. With the ADHD, I will focus on not the driving, but the book. And you know what's not good to do when you're driving?
Listen to
focus on anything but driving.
I need the audiobook to me, I've driven so much, tractor trailers, school buses, everything.
Yep.
Where I can focus, but I need something to actually have in the back of my head so I don't fall asleep.
Well, I have music going where I call people on my Bluetooth and, you know, have conversations, which is safer than holding something to your ear. It has been proven, I believe.
Stephanie doesn't know how to drive.
Stephanie will teach you how to drive, but not in Steven's car. How does that sound?
Yeah, somehow you had my car acting like it was hydraulic car yesterday.
Yeah, no, I made it go. Yeah, we bounced a lot. It wasn't fun. It's all Steven's fault.
Yeah,
It's his fault.
I happened to buy a car with the third pedal that makes it fun.
Sure.
If you know what you're doing.
It's apparently 127 hours and 39 minutes to listen to the whole Harry Potter season.
129 hours.
Yep.
That would be
120. Figure 128 hours.
I think the longest book series I know is the Warrior Cat series.
Oh, yeah?
They're still making those.
Oh, wow.
So,
I mean, I like those books.
All right. I'm going to see how long, driving-wise, New York City.
You should drive to where I'm from.
Dude.
that would yeah,
you can't.
We put it in his GPS.
And my GPS was like, nope.
And crashed.
Yes, it crashed.
All right. For the record, driving from Manhattan to Los Angeles, not including traffic, is 41 hours. You'd have to do it 1.5 times. You'd have to drive to LA, back, and back to LA, and then you would have listened to it all.
I mean, you haven't heard of the C2C Express, have you?
Or, you could just take a flight.
I know the C2C Express is based off of the old Cannonball runs, which the goal is to get from New York City to I can't remember the town in California. I am horrible at California.
Yeah.
But the goal is to get there in as quick as you can. And I think one of the records is 28 hours, that drive in 28 hours.
Oh, my word. How fast were they going?
If you have to ask, you don't want to know.
That's probably true.
You
You could add 3 hours by going to San Francisco instead of Los Angeles.
What about the something I used to want to do back when I rode motorcycles before everyone started texting and driving and making it too dangerous was I wanted to do something called the Iron Butt Challenge.
Yeah.
Which is riding from Key West, Florida to like Prudhoe Bay, Alaska. I think that's 5,555 miles.
Sorry, Stephanie.
I get. He told me this earlier. I get why it's called that now.
What?
The Iron Butt Challenge.
Oh, yeah.
I get it now.
Okay. No, I tried putting in driving directions to Honolulu, Hawaii, just for, funsies. It says, sorry, we can't complete that request. We could not calculate driving directions. But it's a 10.5-hour flight. No, 11-hour flight. I'm sorry.
No, it's 11 hours.
Yeah.
Gosh, it took me less time to get to and from Europe.
Yes.
I live
Europe
far.
is closer than Hawaii. Just to let you know.
I live far.
It also has to do with the jet stream and stuff and how you fly.
Yeah, because it only takes 9 hours to fly here. I mean, unless you have a 4-hour delay like we did.
Yeah. Well, you see, with Europe, you can fly up and over the top of the globe. With Hawaii, you kind of just have to fly directly around it.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes quite a while.
Yeah.
You can, however... Oh, I'll do this.
I sat behind a baby. Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, I've read some of Detective Conan.
Oh, yeah? Have you?
Mm-hmm. Because someone said in the chat that that's the longest series they read. I didn't finish it because it is very long.
Right. It is a very, very long series. If you want to go on a 74-hour drive, Stephen, you can go to Liberia, Costa Rica.
I don't think you can cross actually go further south than Mexico.
Sure you can.
No, if you value your life, you don't want to drive through certain areas.
You'll be fine. You're driving through Guatemala and Honduras and Nicaragua.
There's literally like 100-mile section you can't drive through. I was doing research on wanting to drive all the way to the bottom of the continent, of the South American continent. You actually have to charter a boat or something.
Oh.
There's like 100 miles that have no roads and roving gangs of people that you don't want to meet.
That is fair.
Yes.
Well, in that case, apparently there is the Chaos Seeds series, which would take halfway around the world's complete. That's a lot.
I mean, I think if you can ignore the 19th century-ness of it, a book series I thought was really good as an audio was the Tarzan series.
Oh, really? I actually haven't read Tarzan. I bet you Disney does it absolutely zero justice.
It was very much a book of its time.
I'm sure it was.
I liked it, except I think he was a little too obsessed with what is it called? Eugenics or the
Eugenics?
Not eugenics. The idea that's the how someone's skull looked.
Phrenology.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a symptom of the time.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever read the original Bambi book?
I have not.
It's super dark.
I mean,
it's
Yikes.
very morbid.
Is it?
Yeah.
A lot of things tend to be before they get Disneyized.
Oh, and also in the book, Bambi and Feline are cousins.
Okay.
And Feline has a brother.
What is it? I mean, look at the. For a class, I had to read some of the Brothers Grimm in the original.
The original fairy tales are awful. Not fairy tale like. I think it's on this side. Yeah, it is. Not fairy tale like my computer sticker here, but fairy tales is like the Grimm brothers fairy tales, which are actually quite grim.
Yeah.
A lot of them are.
But
Alex, you need to make a soundboard to add some like extra sounds like snares and stuff.
Okay.
I don't know where that came from.
I don't either, but okay.
Oh, something else let's see, did I write it down? Have you ever Embermoto will correct me if I get this wrong.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of what helped inspire the Lion King that was Japanese?
Oh, what?
I'll let you explain because your memory's probably a little better of it.
I forget the name, but it was the white lion thing.
Oh yeah, I know. I know what you're talking about. I just cannot remember the name of it for my life right now.
Yep. As soon as the chat catches up, Embermoto will tell us.
Yeah, but it's. I think it was like almost exactly the same.
I think you're Kimbo the White Lion. Yeah.
I knew it started with a K.
That was okay. I cannot read my own handwriting. The problem with dysgraphia. That's something that our next week's show will probably talk about because that was the first anime to be in color.
Oh, that's cool. So, yeah, I'm sure we will definitely be talking about that next week. So stay tuned for that in like a week.
Yeah. Sorry,
or something.
Plugging next week's show. Yeah,
of course. But anyway, let's try to pull this back in and like stay focused for like another 25 minutes. Can we do it?
I think we've run out of things. No, we haven't run out of things to talk about. We just run out of things we remember to talk about.
Exactly. What are we going to talk about now?
I mean, so why haven't we done this food challenge yet?
Oh.
We did a poll and we never followed through.
That's because we don't have ingredients. The fire alarms go off every day.
Well,
and I don't want to pay $300 because the fire alarm goes off.
Just blame me. I have $300 sitting aside just because I know someday I'll set off a fire alarm. Literally,
that doesn't make me happy.
Literally, I've had $300 in an account knowing I'd someday set it off.
That's silly. That's ridiculous.
But I didn't want to have to worry about finding $300 when I do eventually set it off.
No.
What if we
let's aim to not set it off.
Also, I've been here.
Yeah, I know you've been here a while.
You notice that there are 2 fans.
Yeah, there's a lot of fans in our room. Yep. I know.
That's why you turn them all on facing out and you never set off the fire alarm, even if your toaster oven catches on fire.
Which
Wait,
you
but
did.
what food won?
Remember we did a poll?
Yeah, but which one?
I think the Minecraft cake won, actually.
Yay!
So, yeah, we can try to bake.
Yay!
I mean, I have baking stuff for a reason.
We'll give it a shot.
Yay!
We can record it and then post videos of it on the interwebs. Because there is a YouTube channel.
Yes. Yes, we can. We will post it on the Frost Raven YouTube channel when we get there. But if you haven't already, if you'd like to subscribe to the Frost Raven YouTube channel, I wouldn't mind, and I would actually greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't, hit the little bell that's next to the subscribe button, because that lets you know when we go live for live streams, and you can watch, Talking Nerdy live. It's crazy. It's actually much more fun when you watch it live, because you can talk to people on the show. Lots of fun. Lots of fun. And they're having a discussion about Shakespeare in the chat, which is cool, and that's another story for another day. That would be a long conversation.
I think this drawing that I did of Steven looks like a hippie.
Does it?
Like looking at it again.
I mean,
that's okay.
I don't think I'm a hippie.
You're not, but it's okay for your picture.
Yep.
It actually looks really good. Like, all of your art, Stephanie, is phenomenal.
Yep. All right.
So, for those of you out there who remember, long ago on Talking Nerdy, we came up with an animal called the caramoose. Stephanie made a chibi version of the Caramoose, and it's adorable. And I don't know how to deal with it. It's amazing. Just so good.
He has a little fluff scarf thing.
He does have a little fluff scarf. It's adorable. Yeah.
All right. I'll ask this.
Sure.
Nerdiest non-anime or cartoon thing you watch?
Harry Potter. I've never seen it, but
Like,
Would you consider Forged in Fire nerdy?
Forged in Fire is not really. No. Forged in Fire is just cool. Forged in Fire is a show where they literally have a bladesmithing competition, and it's super cool. It like shows you how to. It doesn't teach you per se, but you can pick certain things up by watching the show, and it's really interesting. I guess history nerds might find it interesting because the final challenge is to recreate a weapon from history, and they do, a lot of obscure weapons from all over the world, which I think is really awesome.
I mean, I probably count more as a history nerd than as other types of nerds.
ooh, have you guys ever heard of an Adel dart?
Oh yeah,
Those are cool.
I don't think it's something they would forge in Forged in Fire. Just
No,
'cause-
probably not, but
Yeah, because
I still think it's cool.
it is really cool. Let's see, what did they make yesterday on the show? They made
They should make hook swords.
they made the hooded Qatar from India. Yep, really cool. Which is a punching slashing weapon.
All right. Can we dive into the world of history nerds for a bit?
We could, but that might take all night, Stephen.
Oh, I mean, but history, knowledge, and past.
Yes, and next week we'll be talking about the history of anime.
Yes, but
Save your excitement,
okay.
because you're gonna talk about history stuff, and then you're gonna lose passion for it, and then you're not gonna want to do it next week, and then we would have, come up with empty promises, Stephen. We can't do that.
Okay.
TV show. I watch Steven Universe.
I get, yeah, that would count as nerdy. I want to say
Okay.
definitely for sure. Steven Universe. I would say Adventure Time 2 probably.
Oh yeah, I watch Adventure Time.
I don't know. I don't.
Adventure Time ended.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
I don't watch them anyway.
Yeah.
I think cartoons can sort of be, by extension, considered nerdy, depending on the cartoon.
There are some cartoons that I just never understood how people could watch them.
Oh, like what?
Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
Ed, Ed and Eddie was freaking great.
My mom didn't let me watch that.
I can understand that. But it was really good.
I just couldn't keep up with it. It was just like, what are they doing?
There were a lot
you
of
don't
things.
have to think too hard.
There were a lot of things my mom didn't let me watch that you guys have probably watched.
I mean, Ren and Stimpy. Did you guys watch Ren and Stimpy? No, you probably didn't.
No.
When was that?
That was
airing?
like the 90s. The
I
90s
wasn't
was a
born
mythical,
yet.
magical time where you could put pretty much anything in a cartoon and it would pass as a children's show.
I wasn't born yet.
Angry Beavers.
The Angry Beavers, Rocko's Modern Life. I mean, they got away with so much. Rugrats, for goodness sake, got away with so much.
For gush sakes.
Gush sakes. That's a new term. For gush sakes. For gush sakes.
All right, you're now going Scottish. What
No, I'm
happened?
not.
Is things broken at your computer?
No, nothing's broken.
Okay.
And that's my sassy voice.
I know, I'm messing with you. I'm just...
He doesn't know. He's just saying that to cover his bum.
well, you do like to yell at my car a lot. When
I do, but it's funny.
Yes, because my car misbehaves, because it's a bag.
Batman Beyond Emamoto definitely counts as nerdy because it's Batman. So, it already has the nerdy thing in there. I think, yeah, it's a good show. I can't disagree with you. It is a very good show. But what
Now-
I'm thinking...
I'll ask.
Yeah.
If they started a network just to play 90s Nickelodeon cartoons again, would you watch it?
I think they have one on, one of the cable channels. If you buy, the big package or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, my word. Animaniacs is coming back in 2020. Yeah. That's crazy. That show is just so extra. And I mean that in, I don't know how to describe the term extra besides, something that's so over the top that it's just extra. It's extra. How? How do?
I don't know. Oh,
The way I describe extra is going out of your way to prove something, causing more trouble for yourself than just actually like not doing it.
I can accept that.
I agree with that. What, like, most annoying cartoon that you ever watched growing up?
If it was annoying, I didn't watch it. So,
Well,
That you've ever heard of?
like
You don't get why people like it?
yeah.
I don't know. My mom didn't really let me watch a lot of cartoons. She barely let me watch Pokemon.
wow.
I never could get into SpongeBob.
I like SpongeBob.
I like SpongeBob. I like older SpongeBob.
CMPFIRESONG song.
Yeah. No. No. We can't do that. No.
No, that copyright.
Yeah, you can't sing things.
Okay.
Yeah, like just like
That
restaurants.
was a different campfire song place.
You'll have to edit that out.
No, I can't edit that out. It's a live stream.
Sorry.
I meant of the YouTube thing or the BCC feed. Whatever.
No, it's a live stream, and it goes out the same way it goes out to the people. You hear? We don't take anything out, no matter what he says.
Okay.
The only thing we take out is the beginning before the episode starts and the ending after the episode ends, because, there's no content. It's just me walking around and dancing like a nerd.
Well, me and Stephanie roll our eyes.
Yes, pretty much. But that doesn't matter. You can't see that. You can just see me dancing. Which, by the way, I am going to collect all that footage. And at the end, just make a compilation of me dancing in different nerdy shirts. Because, why not?
Well, looking back at
Wait. That reminds me. Firefly. Firefly is a nerdy show which isn't traditionally, cartoon or anything like that. But it's still nerdy.
All right.
There.
Looking back, the Pokemon episodes were not that good.
Well, the 4Kids translation was terrible. The reason they're good is because of nostalgia.
Yeah.
That's the reason they're good.
The sandwiches.
I mean,
You mean jelly donuts?
Yes.
You mean onigiri?
Yes.
some of the time things were translated.
They were translated poorly on purpose, and then they censored things that really didn't need to. And then they left things in that really made no sense. So,
I'm still thinking of a line that went right over my head in Digimon.
good. You're going to keep that in your head.
Yes.
Yes, you are. So, how y'all doing?
Okay. Let's see.
We're running out of things to talk about.
I don't know why. It's not like it was a slow week at all. It's just, it happened.
Oh,
What?
can we talk about that weird thing the weird Ditto thing that's now
Meltan!
yeah,
Meltan!
Meltan.
So my theory on Meltan in Pokemon Go is that it was a placeholder thing that they put in for Ditto so that when it would transform into whatever. But then somebody messed up and it accidentally made it into the game and turned into Ditto. And I think it was a glitch they scrambled to salvage. Now, because all the stuff that's coming out seems too scrambled to put together type thing,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing that I could be wrong, and it could have been planned from the beginning. And if that's the case, bravo! I think Meltan's actually adorable.
It is.
If you saw the
adorable.
most recent video, it's super cute.
Yeah. I sent you the
Yay.
video.
Yeah, you did. I also saw it on the Pokemon YouTube channel because I subscribed to it, so it popped up in my feed, so I just watched it. But yeah, no, Meltan's adorable. So I'm totally okay with Meltan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know why people are freaking out. Oh, here's the question. People are freaking out because you have to transfer a Pokemon into Pokemon Let's Go for the Switch in order to get the box that lets you find a Meltan.
Mm-hmm.
Now, people are like, that's just pay to get a thing. Why do we have to pay to get it? And what's your opinion on that? Because my opinion is, you don't.
I mean, you don't have to get it.
Yeah, you don't. A, you don't have to get it. B, and they're complaining that you have to get Pokemon Go from Pokemon Let's Go. And I'm like, Pokemon Go and Pokemon Let's Go are meant to go together anyway. It's half the features of Pokemon Let's Go besides the main story are Pokemon Go style catching, Pokemon Go style play. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
There's no word whether or not that it won't be unavailable for trading. Although they did say it's a mythical, so I'm not sure. But like, they give you the opportunity to catch more than one, which says to me that, yeah, I think you'll probably be able to trade them. So you know what? Cool your jets. Everything will be fine.
What do you think Milten's ability would be?
Ooh, I don't know.
I think it would be Clear Body.
I don't know. I think they're going to give it a unique one. I hope they do.
I mean,
Like, what would you want it to? What type is it?
We don't know, but I'm guessing steel.
Yeah.
Although its body is like mercury, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I really do like Meltan. Oh, yeah, Embermoto's more excited for Zeraroa than Meltan, which I understand. Zeraroa is like a lightning...
Oh, yeah.
Give me a sec.
Yep. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I'm hoping I can talk Embermoto back into playing Pokemon Go at some point.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of Incineroar?
Incineroar?
Yes.
What about it?
What do you think of it?
It's my least favorite of the Alolan starters.
Yeah.
It uses its move from its belt. And that's just kind of disconcerting.
It was cute and then not cute.
Litten was awesome. Torracat I could deal with.
Yeah.
Incineroar is like...
They should have kept it on 4 legs. And they should have
It
just
should have
made
been like a fire, like, tiger thing, not a standing up wrestler. They've already done the wrestler thing. They've
And
done
they
the boxer thing. They've done the wrestler thing a bunch.
I don't understand why they made it a dark type too.
It had to do with the typing they were working on. So like they wanted double effectiveness.
Okay.
That's why I'm pretty sure. Because Water Fairy, goes against Fire Dark. Fire Dark goes against Grass Ghost. The only one I'm not sure about is Ghost against Fairy. I'm not sure why.
They could have made it like Fire Bug.
Yeah, Ghost has no benefit against Fairy.
It would have been cool for it to be like Fire Electric.
Who? Oh, Decidueye?
No, Fire Electric.
Oh, for Incineroar.
Yeah.
I don't know why I just said Decidueye.
We're tired.
I am probably, yeah, that's correct.
I think all of us did have too much homework that we
I didn't eat dinner either, so like I probably should have.
Probably should have. I should have
Definitely
too.
should've. Yeah, but anyway, there must be. Yeah, I don't know why the ghost, but it made sense because the owls that Rowlet is based on is partially the one that's native to Hawaii, and the other one is the barn owl or the snowy owl, which is also known as the ghost owl. I think it's the barn owl.
And plus,
So-
you rarely
Snowy
ever
ha-
see them.
Yeah, so
Snow-
it makes perfect sense.
Snowy owls are so beautiful.
Oh, yeah, no. Orange points out there was once an episode where everybody was sleep deprived, and I said that, and I said as much in the title of the episode. I can't remember the title name. I could probably go look, actually. While I looked that up, it was basically like, yeah, we were basically drunk off sleep or lack thereof.
Oh, that is a scary thing to be, especially driving a tractor trailer.
I will take your word for it.
Me too.
Yeah. If you ever are driving a tractor trailer and your trainer tells you you're not allowed to sleep, get out of the truck and tell her you'll find your own way home.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Let's see. I can't find it. Oh, Sleepless in the Basement. That's what it's called.
Sleepless in the basement.
Like Sleepless in Seattle, but not, because we're in a basement and not
Not
in
in
Seattle.
Seattle.
How often do we refer to the fact we're in a basement?
All the time, because we are nerds in a basement. I don't know what else you want from me.
I don't know. I mean, I've never actually had the opportunity to live in a basement.
Really?
They don't have them where I grew up.
My
That's
house. Yeah, houses where I'm from don't have basements or attics.
So
I think that makes sense for tropical climates.
North Carolina has a clay that if you put a basement in, the clay will actually push the house out of the ground.
Oh. Well, that's not good.
Yeah.
That's actually the opposite of good.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So where do nerds go in places that there aren't basements?
They congregate together in the darkest, coolest place.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, we don't always sit in basements.
Well, in school, you go to a teacher's room, turn off all the lights,
And watch anime.
and sit in the beanbags.
Ooh,
That's
beanbag chairs.
We never had beanbags in my school.
Oof.
That's
Only
not-
some teachers had it,
That's cool.
like in the photography room.
That's really cool. No,
And then sometimes the cat will come in and lay down with you.
see, we didn't have school cats either. Lucky you.
We had a cat named Gandalf,
See, that's nerdy.
You shall not pass.
but she was a
Because-
girl,
Oh,
and she was literally the smallest cat.
that's adorable though. But yeah, no, not all nerds go in basements. We just find coziness down here.
Yes.
But
And
it's
not
hot.
sunny. Sunny.
hot.
Sun is bad. It burns.
But it's still hot in here.
It is hot in here, but that's for another reason.
And-
Like the abnormal 70-something degree weather we've had for the past 3 days.
Yes. And I keep on expecting it to be October and put on pants and a sweatshirt and then about die.
It
Yeah.
feels like home. I don't like it.
It
Don't-
feels like summer, and I really don't like it.
At some point,
What summer?
Oh yeah, you're at like the place where you don't have seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, we have summer and winter, sort of.
sort of.
I am still waiting for your first snow.
It'll be interesting.
And I always go for a drive in the first snow.
Don't drive with him on the first snow.
Okay.
That's always the snowstorm I wind up
Crashing
forgetting.
your car, yes.
Oh, I finally drove in fog. It was scary.
It is scary, and it's really difficult driving, actually.
Yeah, that was a fun drive back from Pennsylvania.
Oh. So that was recent. That was like Monday.
Yeah, I kept on running.
Oh, I was looking out the window and there were these trees and you couldn't see the bottom of them because there was just like fog.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool unless you're driving and you keep on, like, wondering, is someone going to come through that's not paying attention, and then I have to figure out how not to hit them.
All right. So,
I think they
one
mean
final
find
question,
nerds.
From our chat. Orange, a little while ago, and I'm sorry for not seeing it, asked, what is the most anticipated game that you are waiting for?
The third to the moon,
Is there a third to the moon coming out?
hopefully, because it ended on a cliffhanger.
Oh, no.
And then I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to. When did the first one come out?
I don't know.
Because the second one just came out recently.
Has it? I think he means announced games.
Oh.
So, what announced game are you most excited for?
I've never played the first one, but Red Dead Redemption 2.
Okay, that's typical of your style of gameplay. Stephanie?
I don't know.
Ember Moto says,
Kingdom Hearts 3. That's coming out, I think, in January.
yeah.
I'm looking forward to Pokemon Let's Go for two reasons. One, it looks adorable. Two, it is a recreation of Pokemon Yellow. Yeah, the storyline is that of Pokemon Yellow.
I left my
you have
Switch
a-
at home.
Do you have a Pikachu following you?
You can choose Pikachu or Eevee,
But Pikachu.
But Eevee.
but Eevee.
Pikachu.
Eevee.
Pikachu.
Eevee.
2-1, Eevee wins. Yay!
Yay, democracy.
That's how democracy works.
Alex, you might have me talked into getting a Switch now.
I left mine at home.
I have mine in my room, and I've been playing Octopath Traveler on it. But it is that time, sadly, where after we waffled on for an hour and a half, hour and 50 minutes. What am I talking about? Any final nerdy thoughts for the night?
If anyone on campus plays Animal Crossing, let me know.
If anybody in our chat plays Animal Crossing, please let us know. Tweet at me at DJFrostWLMC. Let me know, because Stephanie wants to play with you.
Yay.
If you play Pokemon Go, tweet at us. Tweet at me again at DJFrostWLMC on Twitter. You know, we'll be your friend. We'll send you gifts every day. We do that. We're the nice types of Pokemon Go players.
Oh, and if you had to make a team with only one type,
Yeah, what type would it be? Steven, any final nerdy thoughts?
Dratini.
What about Dratini?
That's one that I can use, isn't it?
No.
'Cause
Not
it's
until
not
its
a
final
flying
version. So
type.
yeah, Dragonite. He can use Dragonite.
yeah.
Yay.
Yep, that'll be tough. So yes, I guess final nerdy thoughts from me. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is coming out soon, and that's gonna be really, really good. I'm not really a competitive Smash player, but like, it'll be good. It's got some characters that I'm excited for. But anyway, thank you all so much for listening. We really appreciate your listenership here on Talking Nerdy. We love chatting with everybody in the YouTube chat on the Frost Raven YouTube channel. So if the folks at home or those listening later on want to join in, make sure you tune in on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Eastern United States Time. That's usually that's actually always when we're doing Talking Nerdy. And, you know, we'd love to see you because we want to build a great nerdy community here on the show. But anyway, yeah, thank you so much for listening, tuning in, you know, hearing us ramble for 2 hours. We really appreciate it. If you want to follow me on Twitter and Facebook, search for @DJFrostWLMC. That should get you both the Twitter and the Facebook. If you are feeling so inclined, and actually I really want you to, search for the Frost Raven YouTube channel and hit the subscribe button. I need to hit 100 subscribers by soon because I want to get a custom URL so that I can tell people, you know, to go to the channel at a certain link. And thank you all just for being here with me. Steve and Stephanie, thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Yep.
Last things before I play the out music.
Time for the
Bye.
out music, unfortunately.
Yeah. So anyway, thanks for listening. Catch you next week here on Talking Nerdy.